to your tarpaulin? What's happened? Are we going to fix it? Dry chickens. Wet humans. Good morning and welcome to Vlogmas. It's officially Vlogmas day 1. We have been out in the garden this morning replacing the tarpaulin on the chicken's run because it started to rip and it's been really windy overnight, and I had ordered a new one and it had arrived, but it just came completely apart overnight, so we had to go out in the driving rain and wind and replace it. I am surprised Dan and I are still talking to each other. It was stressful, but that's done. And then I have already filmed a final podcast for the year for my knitting and crochet channel. And now I am going to present to you my advents, which I am very excited about. Actually, that is not an advent. I'll show you this. I've got to add one more thing to this and wrap it. Hopefully no one's watching this. No, they wouldn't be. This is I work in 2 places in the same place. I work in a museum, and recently I started working for the gallery that's in the same building, which means this year I've got 2 different Christmas work outings and 2 different work Christmas Secret Santas as well. So this is for my new job, Secret Santa. They have a policy of a £5 limit and try to do handmade or charity shop. So what I've done is I found this was a bargain. This was a £1 mug. It's like a 2-tone mug which I got in the charity shop, and it's Marks and Spencer's. So that's been through the dishwasher and had a good wash. And I also got for £3.50 some Burden Blend, Deck Tear Dreaming, which is divine. It's absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to stick that in there. I'm going to get some vegan chocolate, and that should bring it to about the £5 limit. I might also make something like an emotional support pickle, like a little crochet thing, and stick that in as well if I get time. Shouldn't take too long. And then just wrap it all up in some tissue paper, and that will be done. But these are my advents. So there's 2 in here. I've organised it. There's 1 in here which I was not expecting to get. And then I've got 2 more here. So I'll go from the top down. So first of all, this was a lovely gift from Nicole. It was such a surprise. She has previously sent me tea advents from Germany, but this is a spice advent. So I'm going to take the thing off. We'll open number 1 because I've been dying to know how this works. Let's take this out a bit off. Okay, so I think what I need to do is, so it's got little windows all the way around it, but it also says please open here at the bottom. So I think I need to take the spices out of here, but maybe there's a QR code or something to do with a recipe behind the window. So I'm going to start with that. So this is from Nicole. She also sent me some other bits which I will show you either later today or later in Vlogmas. So let's find number 1. So cool. Okay, so number 1 is a genie. Little genie there. Let's see what's behind door number 1. It's the same picture. No. What's it doing? I don't understand. It's still the genie in a different position behind the window. Okay, so I'm none the wiser there. Let's open this bit at the bottom. Hello, Dan.
Hello.
Right, so here's the spices. So I take the bottom one. Oh, I see. So it matches the picture. So this is Aladdin's coffee spice mix. Well, straight away, I'm not going to use that because I don't like coffee. But Dan, who's just out of shot here, he does. So what I might do is go to their website and find out how I use this. We're gonna learn how to work this advent as the month goes on. But how exciting is that? So different. So the other one I've got is, because Nicole had given me the advent tea, it's kind of become a bit of a tradition to have that same advent. This is from Sonator Teas, I think that's how you say it. So I got my own. Ooh, I also got one from my friend last year as well. It opens up and looks like a star. And then you open the bottom here and you take your tea out. So number one. I would say, I was going to save this to next year because I hinted so hard at getting the Bird and Blend advent calendar to the point where I took Dan into Bird and Blend, and while standing in Bird and Blend said, oh my goodness, if I could choose between the two Bird and Blend advent calendars, this is the one I would choose. Did you buy me the advent calendar?
No, because your hints were too subtle and I'm stupid.
Number one. Let's have a look at what it is, and then I'm going to make it to drink it. Winter Paradise. That looks like pear, cinnamon and vanilla, I think. I don't know what that first one is. I think it's pear. Whatever it is, smells lovely, so I'm having that. And then we're on to the yarn advents. This is my surprise one. It's from a homespun house. I know nothing about this advent. I need to go and look at her Instagram to see if there's a theme or if it's a fade or anything like that. I've only had a brief look, but already I can see that I've got one. It's got a day 25, but under the tree, a full-size skein. I don't know what's in here. Usually with Molly's, from what I know where I've had one before and also where I watch other people opening them, she always does a little stitch marker. So the one I had a little tiny little gnome. It was lovely. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I've got to get this out of the packet. Look. It's a little Grinch. How adorable is that? I love it. I love it. Right, let's open number one. Oh, first one I picked up, number one, and it's got lovely little ice skaters on. Oh, I wonder if it's got an ice skating theme. That would be good after yesterday, wouldn't it? Our festive ice skating at Somerset House. Oh, it's got ice skate. Oh, Advent 2025 holiday movie. Oh, so it's based on holiday, like Christmas films. Oh, look. Isn't that lovely? So this one is Little Women. Oh, maybe I'm going to have to start trying to watch all the films that are connected with the yarns. That is gorgeous. I won't go into like such vast chatty detail every day, don't worry. But you will see me opening my advents every day in one way or another. Oh, wonderful. I need to decide what to make. So that, thank you, Molly. So this was a gift from Molly, which was incredibly generous. So thank you so much, Molly. I am so excited to open this and make something with it. And then in here, where am I going to put this one? I'll pop it here. I'll pop it gently on the floor for now. This is one that I ordered right at the beginning of the year from James Makes Yarn. God, the Advent, the yarn dyers this year are really knocking it out of the park with their fancy boxes. So I think I got the 20 gram DK Advent. So James Makes Yarn, I've organised it. So this is the box James Makes Yarn Advent came in. So I've squished it all in this side with all the yellow stuff. This is not going well. And then on the other side here is the one that I've gathered across the year where I bought my Suzanne at Green Lambkin Yarns Advent as well. So I've squished that all in here. So I've got it all ready to go. So James's one is art club themed, and you get a little leaflet with it, and it's got some suggested patterns, and it's got a whole little thing about the inspiration behind it, and some tips and so on. Got some lovely pattern choices here. So we've got things like the Adventurous wrap by Amber O'Brien. That's really nice, actually. The Just Feel Festive by Kalisha at Quirky Monday. I've made a couple of those. So you've got crochet and knitting. And some blankets. There's Kay's Jelly Roll blanket there. Yeah, some lovely things. Really nice. I haven't had a proper read of this, so I will do a bit later today. So let's open number one of James. Love this pink and blue spotty theme. All right, I've just ripped it to pieces straight away. Tried to be delicate and failed. Oh my goodness. Oh, okay, so they're not going to have individual names. Oh, that is gorgeous. So I'm thinking of possibly making a granny stripe jumper with James's advent. I'm not sure yet. I can't remember if I got 10 grams or 20, so I'm going to weigh it and see what my yardage is going to be like. Oh my word. I love that. Okay, so that's day one. And then we've got day one of Green Lambkin yarn. This is themed Mrs. Claus's kitchen. Oh, there's a little thing in here. So number one, so look at this is the little picture for the inspiration. Mrs. Claus's kitchen, and day one is candied peel. Oh, that's lovely. So I've gone for the 10 gram fingering weight advent for Suzanne's club this year. I do have 3 that are 20 grams though, because we had a bit of a mix up. So I gained 30 grams of yarn. But you know, I'll cope. So I've just got to decide now what I'm going to be making. Oh, I'm going to have so much fun opening those. I'll tell you what I don't have is a chocolate advent calendar, but I don't think I need any more, do I? Let's stack those back up so they look all nice and pretty. There we go. Okay, I'm going to make my cup of tea and I've got some editing to do. I'd just show you because yesterday you got a quick glimpse of some Lego that Dan was working on, and actually it was our wedding anniversary was on Saturday on the 29th of November, and we don't usually get each other gifts, but each of us saw something that just like we couldn't resist getting the other. So I'll just show you this. I saw this, well actually what happened was my friend Charlotte showed me a picture of one and I couldn't actually get it. It wasn't available, but I managed to get a brand new one, still in its box, it's still sealed on eBay. And it's A Christmas Carol, which is one of my most favourite books of all time. And it's Lego, which Dan absolutely loves. So it was the perfect mix of the two of us. So that's Bob Cratchit in his house with Tiny Tim, and there's Scrooge outside the front door. It's so lovely. I love the lantern. Oh, makes me want to watch the Muppet Christmas Carol. So that was what Dan was working on yesterday. And also that leads me on to tell you what he got me, which was really amazing. He's not always the most romantic of people, and he not always been great at gifts and things, but look at this. Let me turn the camera around because this is really heavy. It's a special edition of Jane Eyre. It's a Masterpiece Library edition, which are sort of beautiful editions. They look like they belong on the shelf at Downton Abbey or something. And it's all shiny and embossed, and it's got shiny gold edges, and it's absolutely beautiful. And the reason he got me this is because Jane Eyre is hands down my most favourite book of all time. And I promised you that we were going to do a book of the day throughout Vlogmas. So I'm just going to go and sit down and explain what I have in mind. And we're going to start with Jane Eyre. Back in the kitchen because it's a bit warmer in here where I've had the heater on. Dan's also been making some of his Christmas Lego up. So we've got quite a collection of Christmas Lego that we've had over the years with the kids and stuff. So he makes it up every year. Quite like them along here actually. They normally go in the living room, but I might have them in here this year. So we've got like the Nutcracker, and we've got a couple of elves, a reindeer, another Nutcracker, and like a little Christmas scene, and then we've got Father Christmas and Mother Christmas. I think he's working on those now. Right, so Jane Eyre is my book of the day for the day one of Vlogmas. It is my favourite book of all time. I first read it when I was probably in my early 20s, and I just loved the pacing of it, and I loved how atmospheric and gothic it was. I loved the characters, and I loved how everybody that deserved some comeuppance got it, but they got it in a really timely manner throughout the book, so it just created this really satisfying sort of movement of the story. I've read it multiple times. Most recently I listened to it. That's the first time I've ever read it on audio, and I listened to the version narrated by Juliet Stevenson, and it was brilliant. I just love the character of Jane. She's just such a honest and straightforward narrator of the story. She comes through such bleak and traumatic situations with such endurance, such feminine endurance. I love her. She felt like a character that was written ahead of the time. But most of all, the epically Byron-esque Mr. Rochester. I just fell in love with him as a character. He treats Jane as his intellectual equal. He should be this sort of towering and brooding hero of the novel. He's kind of grumpy and bullish and dark and tall, but time and time again there are situations throughout the book where actually it's Jane that's rescuing him. In fact, I think when they first meet is when he comes off his horse and Jane has to come to his aid and not the other way round. So he's constantly in these situations, as you know, as the character is written in the book, where actually he's not like that. He's not really the hero at all, and it's Jane that's constantly rescuing him. It was written in 1847, and it feels to me very much ahead of its time in terms of like the feminism aspect of the novel, but also it does feel very much sometimes of its time with some of the attitudes and particularly some of the colonial aspects of the story. And that's a different discussion entirely, and probably one that I'm not clever enough to go into. But there are some really interesting, some really interesting information and discussions around the colonial aspects of the novel out there. If that's something that you're interested in reading up about, it's definitely well worth looking into. Also, I'm not sure if it's true, but apparently Dickens was influenced by Jane Eyre when he wrote another of my favourite novels, which is David Copperfield, but I think he denied that. But I can see why that would be the case. I can see the influence, but you know, draw your own conclusions from that. I just adore Jane Eyre. I will continue to read it time and time again throughout my lifetime. So that is my first little recommendation for a book in Vlogmas. And the idea of book of the day is going to be that I've got a list. Dan's given me some, my mum's given me some, my sister I'm going to have to chase because she said she was going to, and Lilia, my eldest daughter, we're all big readers. And then I've got mine as well, and I'm going to try to remember to give you a book recommendation of the day, and that way you'll get across all types of genres and, you know, different times when books have been written and different thoughts and feelings on them as well. Sorry if you could hear the heater revving up again there. Yeah, so I'm going to go and actually text my sister and Lilia and tell them to get a move on with their book recommendations, and I'll see you in a bit. We are having bolognese, my dad's recipe. Oh, whose one was this? This is Phoebe's. From the freezer. I made it the other day, so it's nice and easy because Dan's got a meeting to do with football tonight, and I've got to take Phoebe to her football training. It's absolutely horrible out there. I'll be staying in the car. That is the most brilliant Lego representation of you I've ever seen.
It was epic.
It says slide it in to the base. Slide it. Oh, I see.
Oh, really?
Pour your snow, then join the two halves together. Come out. Ooh. Oh, I've covered you in snow now. I feel like I was not the person for this job. I feel like I should have given this to you to do.
Of the two of us, I am the one who voted Lego, so.
You are the Lego nerd.
Expert.
Lego expert. You say expert, I say nerd. Oh look, there we go. This is epic. Lilia's got snow on her head. Look at that! This is a gift from Patty. We've saved it so that we could open it on the first day of Vlogmas, and Phoebe just opened it. Look at the girls. That could not be a better representation of Lilia. She looks just like Thelma from Scooby-Doo. And Dan, oh my goodness. I just love it. You've even got the Lego floofy hair. Oh my goodness. I'm wearing a yellow top. I look like a bodybuilder.
That's brilliant.
And I don't know if you can see, but it says, "This little wonderful Christmas."
That's just brilliant.
Oh, I have to find somewhere brilliant to hang that. So that was from Patty. She got it from Fabrics. Oh, I've just got that. Fabrics. So I'm going to keep the box to put it in. It's so cool. Thank you, Patty. Hello. I feel so bad that Phoebe's out playing football in this. She's dedicated, that's for sure. It's absolutely pouring. She's going to be so soaking wet. Oh, bless her. I've just been going through all your comments from the vlog that I uploaded today. So the day 0. And I realised I put it... Does my nose look really bright red? Or is that just on the screen? It's because I'm lighting myself. How flattering. I put on the wrong date on the screen. I put it was the 1st of December, and of course it wasn't. It was the 30th of November. But I did correct that in a pinned comment. But I've just found this new thing. I was going through all the comments and liking and replying. And there's this new thing, and it does an AI comment summary. It's really funny. It says, viewers overwhelmingly express enjoyment for the Vlogmas series and send birthday wishes to Phoebe. That's true. While also appreciating the festive atmosphere and specific fashion choices. That makes me sound like a fashion influencer when actually all I was doing was whittering on about my crocheted hats and knitted hats. It makes me laugh, and it does go on and breaks it down even more. So it says, Vlogmas appreciation, brackets very frequently. Many commenters express immense excitement and happiness for the start of Vlogmas, which is how I feel, highlighting its positive impact on their mood and enjoyment during the festive season. This is like getting a school report. It's like getting a good school report. Birthday wishes for Phoebe very frequently. A significant number of comments extend warm birthday wishes to Phoebe, often noting how much she has grown. Oh, so cute. Festive atmosphere and fashion mentions moderately. Viewers frequently appreciate the festive London atmosphere portrayed in the video. Several specifically complimenting Ali's hair and the Mary Margaret's lace tam in. That's too... We should try and get the AI thing, like, confuse it so that it, like, viewers overwhelmingly express a love of, I don't know, omelettes. Everyone tell me how much you love omelettes. And we'll see if the AI tells us tomorrow that viewers overwhelmingly express a love of omelettes. Yeah, sorry, messing with AI. I only came on to say goodbye. I'm in the car, parked outside on the road in the pouring rain. Phoebe's in football for an hour. I'll go for normally I go and watch for the last 15 minutes when I do this. It's normally Dan that does this, to be fair. But he's got a football meeting thing. But today I think I'll just go for the last 5 minutes because it is bucketing down. And then we're going to go get home. We still haven't watched the Strictly results from Saturday night because we've just been celebrating all weekend with our anniversary and Phoebe's birthday. And we probably won't watch that tonight because Phoebe wants to watch Celebrities in the Jungle, which I don't really enjoy, but I do enjoy spending time with Phoebe. So that's what we're going to do. And I'll see you tomorrow for day 2 of Vlogmas. It's Vlogmas, it's Vlogmas, it's Vlogmas. I express overwhelming gratitude for Vlogmas.